Welcome back to Portland. You just saw Jim Matthews. He's made the stop. He has a new tire, but there's some debris on the track, so the report is one more lap of yellow, then 2 laps to the checker. It's going to get interesting, but we want to remind you, of course, that there's a lot of racing going on this weekend. Tomorrow, live Grand Am coverage from the Grand Prix de Trois-Rivières. It'll be the GT and American GT race Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll actually be off tape from the racing going on today. Then Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, live coverage of the Sports Racers, the Sports Racer Prototype 2, and the GTS machines coming at you Grand Am style from the Grand Prix de Trois-Rivières in Quebec, Canada. We want to look forward to that. Now, Tommy, we know it now. It's going to be 2 laps. The green, white checker, all the margins are gone. 2-lap cars between Archer and Miller, but behind them, it's all position.
Well, when I was in this position years ago, the thing I would say with 2 laps, you were just asking for trouble. You've got everybody bunched up. Nobody has any tires left. The gap is gone. Obviously, Tommy Archer, if it's a phantom yellow, you're spitting mad. Here it was a legit yellow, but that doesn't change things. You go down to this festival where we've seen so much trouble on the start. Everybody wants to make up all the spots. Nobody has any tires left. It is usually when the green comes out, I have them call over the radio. I said, tell me when the wreck is on, because that is usually how it turns out. So I really feel for Tommy Archer. After everything he's been through, to have that gap go away, he's going to have to work for this.
I can't believe there were ever phantom yellows in this. By the way, Calvin, let's check in with you. How is Tommy doing behind the wheel?
Well, he's fine, but the team are really concerned. If you remember at Mosport, Greg, this car was very good on the long runs, but not so good on the short ones. So when the tires are cooler, this car does not perform as well. So with a 2-lap sprint here, not in his favor, they're really hoping that lap traffic will create a buffer between him and Miller.
Pace car is in, 2 laps to go, and right now Archer looking to make sure that those 2-lap cars stay out of his way. There goes Bell, there goes Gentilozzi with Bell. Miller's going to get bottled up a little bit. Bell's going to get by both of those lap cars, Tommy, and at the turn into the festival, it's Archer, it's Bell. Gentilozzi's going to squeeze through. The top 3, oh, and Miller gets shuffled back, could not get around fixed. Miller's out of it.
What happened? He tried to time it, mistimed it, got on the wrong side of those lap cars. Justin Bell and Gentilozzi. Look at Gentilozzi working on Bell. This is a real dogfight.
And Bell, there is no reason for him to give this up. This is a battle for position. He may not be in the championship battle, but so what? He wants a second. It's better than a third, and he's not just going to give way to Gentilozzi, but we know he's wounded.
This is exactly what Archer was hoping for, because Miller had more speed than Bell. Got by because Bell was in trouble on his rear tires. Gentilozzi has been the quickest guy on most laps, so if he can get by, he could probably have a run. It's probably safe to say he'll get by Bell, but he's going to have lost his advantage. Now Gentilozzi's on the right side coming up here. This is going to be a good one. I don't know if Gentilozzi can do it all the way on the outside.
And Miller's trying to get by Paul Fix, who continues to race these guys. And Miller and Fix almost get together. Miller up on a curve. And we've got somebody smoking in the back there big time, but we stay up front. The white flag coming out for Tommy Archer. Gentilozzi's now second. You can see, oh, and Gelati! He gets nudged by somebody, and Gelati into the pit wall. Huge. Comes back across, gets to the outside. Fortunately, nobody was that close behind at the time, but now Tommy, debris everywhere.
Yeah, obviously they're going to be telling Tommy Archer he has no choice. There's probably no clean line through there. He's got enough room to pick through it, but the radiator was probably exploded against the wall, so there's probably fluid all over the track. Full course yellow. Okay, they're going to freeze the positions here so the guys don't race back through that wreck. It's hard to argue with that call.
That's very hard to argue with that call. There's Gelati, but this is going to give Miller, I mean, it's taken away any opportunity, so Tommy Archer gets a little bit of a gift here, but it's at Lou's expense, and good to see Lou in the car moving. Another solid hit here, and boy, there's the debris field there on the front straight. We don't know exactly what happened. You would suspect he got helped a little bit.
I'm guessing it was probably whatever was happening in the background, where a car, I think someone had lost a tire and there was probably a big jam behind him, and somebody gets impatient or doesn't see what's going on and gets in the back of someone else.
Now Archer did not exactly back off, because I'm sure he got word it was on the front straight. So here comes Archer, maintained his margin, gets well wide of the debris, now cuts through that last little gap, and Tommy Archer brings the first Trans Am win to the Vice Viper, the first Trans Am win for Dodge since 1993, and does it from pole, which, by the way, is going to be the 6th of 7 races won from pole this year. And Tommy Archer, what a phenomenal story, TK. The injuries he suffered in that testing crash, 4 broken ribs. I mean, he was hurting, and yet he comes through with a great win.
I'll tell you what, those are the sweet ones when you really have to work for it. Sometimes you reach deep down and you find something you didn't know was there. It'd be nice to be able to call that up on a moment's notice for every weekend, but look for more from this team.
Absolutely. Again, a great drive by Tommy Archer, but of course some concern about Lou Gelati. We understand he's standing by, and Chris Neville is there. Chris, how's he doing?
Yeah, I'm here with Lou Gelati, and he definitely is out of the car and okay. He looks a little pissed, I'll tell you that. He had a really good run going today. He was up in second. He was trying to catch Archer. Fell back a little bit. Lou, what happened there at the end of the race?
Well, at the end of the race, we got smashed out. I mean, I thought that was Boris in front of me. It was Mike Lewis, and he got loose coming out of that last corner on the restart, and well, it looks like he hit me, that yellow car right there. Matthews. I don't know, I'll tell you. It was Boris. Yeah. It was a good race. I don't know what to say. We had a great race going.
Mike Davis.
Mike Davis, yeah. It was a great race going, so I don't know. We're probably out of it for the rest of the season. I don't know. The car looks pretty well torn up. I only got a week to fix it. I don't think we can do it.
Well, Lou's definitely pretty disappointed with the outcome of this weekend. He did show speed, and we're going to go back upstairs.
He showed some great speed. I know that this year for Lou, it's really been on a budget. He's had to be very careful financially, and this kind of damage, especially as you said, with just a couple-week turnaround, going to be a tough one for him to be able to come back from. But Tommy Archer, a big win for Justin Bell, his best career finish. He was 5th at Sears Point, 4th now for Bell here as he continues to move up, and for Dodge, it's the 5th different brand to win in 2001, so some great parity here. And Tommy Archer, 3rd career Trans Am win in his 43rd start. He took a lot of time off, of course. Archer has made his turn. He is into victory circle, getting some congratulations from some of the Sinjo Racing crew. Rest of the crew coming over, and boy, he's savoring this, and understandably so. But you've got to believe Calvin is going to be there, and Calvin, you've got to believe that he is incredibly sore right now. By being very tentative, he's celebrating. But this is one hurting puppy at this stage, and maybe the most painful part of this entire day is going to be crawling out of that car at this point. Let's go down to Calvin.
Well, Tommy Archer pulls the helmet off. A great run out there this afternoon, and what a roller coaster. We'll start off on the first lap, Tommy. Well, before that, what happened on the formation lap with you and Paul touching wheels?
I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, I was holding a steady line, trying to stay out of the dirty stuff on the right, and I think he wanted to be over closer to protect from Boris, but maybe he forgot that the pole sitter controls the race. I mean, I was just holding a steady line. It was uncalled for, but hey, we came back with this Dodge Viper Sinjo Racing car. Man, we just tore him up today. It was a great run. I didn't really realize my ribs were sore until 18 to go, and then I knew there was about 50 more bumps on this track that I knew about.
Tell us about the caution, the 2-lap sprint at the end. Your car did not perform well in most sport on the short runs. Were you concerned there with 2 laps to go?
Not at all, not at all. We found out what the problem was in my sport, and we weren't going to slow down on the restart. The car was great all day. I just tried to pace myself and try not to hurt the tires any more than I had to. And the car just, I mean, these guys have worked their butt off. Sinjo is a great team, and Joe and Cindy to let me have the chance to drive this Blue Bomb is a great thing.
Awesome job today, Tommy.
Thank you.
The Blue Bomb. Boy, what a great job there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Paul Gentilozzi, with everything he went through today, ends up second. We'll visit with Paul, find out his side of the story.